only speak from the industry that I work in and also from product, looking at it from what I've seen. But again, this may vary because I started my career like around 5 to 6 years back. So now the number may be a little different. But I think when we started off early on as business analysts, like 5 to 6 years back, I think the starting salary was pretty low if you compare it to other roles, right? It was like 4 to 6 range, that would be the number. But as you go ahead in your career, I think every 2 years, I think that number kind of doubles, if not, increases by a fair margin. So what I would say, like if you're starting out early, 4 to 6 is what most companies offer. But that does exponentially increase over the course of say 1 or 2 years as you keep climbing up the ladder in your individual company. There are companies that are offering much more as well. I have seen friends of mine bag jobs at say at an 8 to a 12 kind of a package as well. But again, as Astha was mentioning, I think that's something that you need to have certain boxes on your list, like you need to have an IIT or IIM to make that cut, which again I understand that's an unfair advantage because not all of us have that kind of background. But yeah, that doesn't mean you can't click that. If you have relevant internship experience, you can crack that as well. But yeah, I would say for a typical college 4 to 6, and if you have like a top tier, maybe 8 to 12 would where you would begin at.
I think I have some points. Definitely I agree with Georgina. It's there that you will get a higher payment if you are from a tier 1 college. That is there, but that's just the starting point, honestly. I was working with OYO, I had a different salary structure. Then I joined, Supr Daily, I had a different structure. But what I noticed, like they're not just IT people in that team, there are other people, there are a lot of people in business analytics team. Now, what happens? Basically, so you will have appraisal cycle sort of a structure within your team. Now, what appraisal cycle means? You are basically judged on your performance. Your manager will, look into your work and decide like what raise should be given on your salary. There'll be a percentage attached to it. Usually, that percent, is a factor of industry standard and your performance. So, if you're thinking, you started very, on a low side of stuff, then don't worry about it. Once you progress, once you get to BA, then you go to lead, then you go to manager, things will start coming to the industry standard. It's not like maybe there might be some differences when you're starting off, but over the later stages of your time, things will get better because all the companies follow, industry standard policy. I think most of them, a lot of startup, a lot of product companies do that. They have an industry standard. They do salary corrections once you join them. So I don't think that could be an issue. You might face it during your career start, but later on you will even it doesn't even matter, what college you are from. Once you get into working, it really doesn't matter. What matters is how you're performing in that particular organization. You'll be totally rewarded on that particular aspect.
And one more thing that I would like to add in there is that, we usually, when you join a company, they tell you that you'll get a promotion, say, after 4 years or after 3 years, and each company has their own set years. But honestly, I've never seen that work. If you're good at what you do, you'll automatically go up. And I think Palak and me are examples of that because I think she shared with her experience as well. That's something that happened to her. So I feel if you're good at what you do, you'll move up. You should never see that, oh, this company is saying that, only after 4 years they'll promote me, I won't join them. That should not be a criteria because honestly, that doesn't work. It's purely a performance. If you're good at what you're doing, if you're confident about what you're doing, you'll bump up very quickly, and that's something you'll see, it'll reward you eventually.
And one thing that I'd like to add here is, even if you start low, after 1 year, when your appraisal cycle comes in, which Astha just explained to us, you can always tell them that, because of X and Y number of things that I've been taking care of, and because of my performance, this is the compensation that I believe that I should expect. And there is another thing that you can, there's so many tools out there right now. There is Glassdoor, there's Naukri.com, wherein you can see relevant, you can just literally put down the numbers, if you have 1 year of experience and if you're in this company and if you're at this role, what is the compensation that you should be compensated with. So you can definitely give them that, you did your market research and based on your performance, so and so is the number that you should be offered to based on your performance. So that is definitely, even if you start low, I think after 1 year, you can tell them that, this is what you should be paid by.